too fancy planned. We'll ground ourselves. I'm actually, fun fact, I'm actually on a break from work. I work at the co-op and I needed to pause, run down. Day flow of the year. So happy to be here. If you have not practiced with me before, I teach a pretty easygoing Vinyasa flow. We're going to have a little fun this evening. We're going to start with some grounding, move through a few sun A's, some balance stuff, and then we'll close it on out. As a reminder, I do teach about 45 minutes rather than the full hour. If you want to keep flowing, keep going after that 45 minutes, feel free to do so. So we're going to start on our backs. I'm going to take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Reclined, bound angle, Supta Baddha. If you've practiced with me before, you know that I open most of my classes this way. It's one of my favorite grounding, restorative poses. It stimulates blood flow to the low abdomen, that space where we hold tension and anxiety. Breathing deep into the belly helps to lower the blood pressure, reduce the body's fight or flight response. Take a few moments to relax here, letting the fingers, toes, torso, quads grow heavy, feeling the mat underneath you to support you. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears, finding some space along the sides of the neck. Relax the muscles in the face. Unfurl the brow. Unclench the jaw. We'll gradually start to deepen the breath. If it's available for you, breathing in and out through the nose. As we continue to deepen the breath, those inhales and exhales each grow a little bit longer. If it's in your practice, maybe you find a slight constriction along the back of the throat, allowing the breath to become audible, moving into our Ujjayi breaths. These Ujjayi breaths help to calm the body, calm the mind, helps us to set aside distractions, intrusive thoughts. These Ujjayi breaths helps to drop us completely into this moment, bringing the attention internal, noticing how the body feels. Moving at your own pace. We've got about 5 more breaths here. Each inhale, welcoming in peaceful, positive energy, feeling the heart space expand, feeling the lungs expand. With each exhale, releasing any tension in the body, releasing any resistance, setting aside anything that does not serve you in this practice, in this moment. Got about 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We'll start off with a little bit of a figure 4 stretch here. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. You've got options here. You can let that ankle rest and just let that knee fall open. You can reach behind the thigh, lifting up that left sole of the foot up off the mat. You can reach around in front of the shin if that's your jam, whatever feels good. As a reminder, this is your practice. Take from it whatever it is that you need. If you've got that left sole of the foot lifted, maybe take some circles with the ankle, one direction and then the other. Big breath in here. Exhale. And wherever you are, slowly release. Right sole of the foot comes to the mat and we'll switch sides. Left ankle, right knee here. You've got those options. You can leave that sole of the right foot to the mat. Maybe you grab behind the thigh or reach around for the front of the shin or the knee. Maybe make some circles with the ankle if that feels good. Big breath in here. When you're ready, slowly release wherever you are. Both soles of the feet come back to the mat. Leaving the sole of the left foot to the mat. We're going to pick up that right foot. Reach it forward. Grab for the outer edge of that right foot. We'll take a half happy baby. If you're feeling particularly open, you can extend those left toes to the front of the mat, or you can leave that knee bent. I'm in the mood to leave the knee bent. Drove a few hours this morning, and I'm a little tight in the hips, actually. Flatten out that spine, pressing the shoulders, low back into the mat. Strong flex in that right ankle, sole of the foot presses toward the ceiling as that right knee drops toward the mat. Half happy baby. When you're ready, slowly release. And we're going to switch sides. Right sole of the mat. Right sole of the foot comes to the mat. Left sole lifts, reaching for the outer edge. Strong flex in that ankle. Sole of the foot points toward the ceiling as the knee relaxes down. If it's your jam, you can extend those right toes, or you can leave that sole of the foot to the mat, leaving that knee bent. Flatten out that spine. Press the low back shoulders into the mat. Breathe. And when you're ready, slowly release. How about windshield wiper those knees, left and then right, right and left. Starting to warm up that low spine here. And when you're ready, next time back through center, we'll extend those left toes, right knee draws into the chest. Take a big breath in here. And as you exhale, cross that right knee, oh yeah, over the body. Maybe cactus that right arm. Maybe you gaze at those right fingertips. I believe I'm smooshing my battery pack here. Big breath in. Breath out, maybe sink just a bit deeper. Next inhale brings us back through center. Unwind. And we'll switch sides. Right toes come out long, left knee draws in close. Take a big breath in. Exhale, crossing the left knee over the body. Incline twist here, maybe cactus those left arm. Maybe gaze at the left fingertips. Big breath in here. Breath out. And when you're ready, next inhale brings us back through center. Both knees draw into the chest. Take a big, big rock up to a seat. Swing those knees to one side. We'll meet in a tabletop. In our tabletop, we've got our palms underneath the shoulders, knees right up underneath the hips. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. We've got a few rounds of cat-cow. Next breath in, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, press into those palms, tuck the chin. Ooh, round through the upper spine, press that spine to the ceiling. We've got 2 more of those. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round. One last time, drop the belly, gaze is up. And round, press into the bat. Neutral spine here. Gentle tuck in the toes. And when you're ready, send those hips up and back for our first downward facing dog of the evening. Those hamstrings are still a little cranky. Bend those knees as much as you need to. If you'd like, you can bend into one knee and then the other, pedal out the feet. You can come high onto the tips of the toes, stretch into those ankles. Again, this is your practice. Ooh, feels good. Move intuitively here. Maybe shake the head, yes. Nod and no. Couple breaths here. As you start to approach stillness, spread those fingertips nice and wide, pressing into those palms. Leaving those knees bent if you need to. Relaxing the chest toward the knees, eventually the heels toward the mat. Big breath in here. Breath out. When you're ready, take a big bend in those knees, look forward. Start to tiptoe those toes up to meet the hands. We'll meet at the top of our mat in a forward fold. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to. If you need to rest that chest on the tops of the thighs, it's perfectly okay. Wherever you are, press down through all 4 corners of the feet, big toe side, pinky toe, both sides of the heel, finding some release in the low spine. Letting those shoulder blades really roll forward, letting all tension, all anxiety, all worries melt out through the crown of the head. If it feels good for you, maybe you grab a hold of the opposite elbow, sway left to right, right to left, a little bit of ragdoll action here. Wherever you are, one more breath in. We'll all meet in stillness in that forward fold. Our next inhale draws us up into a halfway lift. Crown of the head draws toward the front of the room or whatever space you happen to be occupying at the moment. Exhale, fold. One more breath in, halfway lift. Palms come to the shins, tailbone draws toward the back of the room. Relax those shoulders and fold. Our next full inhale brings us up to standing, slow, so slow. We don't want to make ourselves dizzy. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Next to last thing to come up. When you get there, drop that left ear to the left shoulder. Roll it forward. Right ear, right shoulder, half neck rolls here. Got 2 more of those. Left. And right. One last time, both sides. Left. And right. There we go. Good stuff. I'm going to step to the top of our mat. Strong mountain pose here. Heels right up underneath those hips. Building that foundation from the ground up. Pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet. Draw up on those kneecaps to activate those quads. Belly comes in toward the spine. Relax those shoulders down, away from the ears. Starting to move into some sun salutations here. Fair warning, I have not once practiced with a mask on, so bear with me here if I'm like, but here we go. We're doing this. Take a big breath in. Remembering that engagement. Reach up. Open the arms. Lead with the chest. Bow. Take an inhale. Halfway lift. Crown of the head draws forward. Exhale, fold. Plant those palms. You can step back into a plank pose. If plank is not in your practice, that's okay. You can go ahead and drop to those knees. If you're coming with me, we're going to take a chaturanga, one of the very last chaturangas of the year here. Lower halfway, squeeze those elbows in. Chest chin comes forward, upward facing dog. Send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. That's our sun salutation A. Next time through, I'll show y'all some modifications if you're like, ew, chaturangas. Bend those knees. Take a big breath in. Look forward. How about a big step, top of the mat? And fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. Taking it right back down, sun salutation number 2, fold. Half a lift. Plant those palms, step it back, plank pose. So I'll show those modifications. You can lower to the belly here, untuck those toes, press into the palms, chest, chin, lift up, baby cobra. Forehead comes to the mat, take a breath in. You can pass through a tabletop on the inhale. And those hips go back for the downward facing dog on the exhale. That's our modification. Feel free to take that variation of the vinyasa. Or, you can skip every bit of that and just meet us back in downward facing dog every single time if you'd like. Round of breath here to reset. Exhale. Keeping the party going. Bend those knees, look forward. Big step, top of the mat. Half a lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. Maybe you seal that prayer at the top. Maybe you come through the midline as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant those palms and take whatever that vinyasa looks like for you. Maybe an up dog, maybe a baby cobra, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. How about a couple more of those? When you get there, bend the knees, look forward, big breath in. Step, tiptoe, hop, jump, whatever's your jam, fold. Inhale for the halfway lift, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. Once more, maybe you seal that prayer, maybe you draw that line on the ceiling, take a back bend, open the arms, bow. Halfway lift. Plant those palms, step it back. Plank pose, maybe lower to the belly, maybe there's a chaturanga up dog. Hips go back, downward facing dog. One round of breath to reset. Bend the knees, look forward. We've got one more in us. Step forward, fold. Halfway lift, and fold. Rise, reach. Whatever variation with the arms you'd like at the top. This is all you. Take whatever you'd like, and we'll bow. Half a lift. Plant the palms. Your vinyasa. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. I tell you what, it started to warm up in here from our down dog. How about drop the knees? How about bring the knees out as wide as the mat, big toes touch. Press the hips back, child's pose. But 3 breaths here. When you're ready, pass through a tabletop. Those hips go back. Downward facing dog. Full transparency, that child's pose was totally for me. When you get to that down dog, take a big breath in. Those right toes are gonna lift up nice and high. Bend that knee into the chest, step it forward. Go ahead and drop that left knee. We've got a low lunge. Getting our bearings about ourselves here. We leave our fingertips to the mat for just a beat. In our low lunge, let those hips sink nice and low, beautiful. Press into the big toe mound of that front foot, press into the top of that back foot when you're ready. You can lift up. Got options here. You can leave those palms to the thigh. How about cactus the arms? Maybe you reach up. Maybe you take a prayer pose. Whatever your jam. I'm in the mood for a cactus here. Ooh, yeah. How about cactus the arms? Scooping that breastbone forward up toward the ceiling. Sink those hips forward. That's the good stuff. Feeling that heart space open. Yeah. When you're ready, reach it up. Big breath in. Exhale, fingertips come to the mat. Breath in here. As we exhale, how about sit those hips back or half a split. You can point or flex the toes, whatever feels best for you. We got the toes flexed toward the shin. I picked up a really cool move from a fellow yogi. You make little rainbows with the toes, really getting into all sides. Those hamstrings, just moving those toes left to right. Really gets in there. It's the good stuff. Couple breaths here. Big breath in. And when you're ready, we're going to pass back through that low lunge. Exhale. Nice and easy. We're going to tuck those back toes. And we're just going to step the left foot up to meet the right and meet in a forward fold. And take a halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. Whatever variation with the arms at the top. And we're going to take it right back down. You know where we're going. We've got a Vinyasa Fold. Halfway lift for the inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back. Your Vinyasa, maybe you lower to the belly. Baby Cobra on the inhale. Forehead comes to the mat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. That's always an option. Maybe you throw a child's pose in there if that feels good. Meeting in a downward facing dog. We've got all that fun on side 2. When you're ready, left toes lift high, inhale. Bend the knee into the chest, step it through. Right knee comes to the mat, untuck those toes. Pausing for a beat with the fingertips to the mat, low lunge. And when you're ready, options with the hands, thighs, extend. Maybe you cactus. Your cactus on the right side, cactus on the left. Whatever you did on the right side. If you're in the cactus here, scooping that breastbone forward, up toward the ceiling, lifting up the chin, letting that breath flow freely. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, reaches up, big breath in. Fingertips come to the mat. Breathe here. And as you exhale, sit the hips back, take a half split. Pointer flex the toes, whatever feels good. Maybe you make those rainbows left and right, right and left. Couple breaths wherever you are. Y'all, listen, it is hot. But we're making it. We're doing it. It's happening. Big breath in. Breath out. Coming back into that low lunge, bending into that left knee. You ready? Tuck those right toes. Just going to step it right on up to meet the left and forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, we rise. Reach ground down through the feet as you reach up. Maybe seal, maybe a back bend, whatever you're in the mood for. When you're ready, bow. Halfway lift. This is old hat. Plant those palms. Take your Vinyasa. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. We've got 3 breaths to reset. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward. Big step, top of the mat, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Pausing for a beat in our forward fold here. Grab a hold of the opposite elbow, sway left to right, right to left. Fingertips come to the mat, halfway lift once more. As we exhale, fingertips come to the mat. Stay with me here. We're going to pick up that left foot, step it to the back of the mat. Staying high on the ball of that back foot. Getting our bearings about ourselves, pressing down into the big toe mound of that front foot. When you're ready, reaches up. We've got high lunge here. In our high lunge, we're going to bring those shoulders just a bit back in space. Stack them on top of the hips as much as you can. Relax those shoulders down as you reach energetically with those fingertips. Big breath in here. Breath out. One more big breath in. Reach energetically. And as you exhale, we're going to drop those right fingertips back and take a twist. Reaching energetically with those fingertips. Broaden through the collarbone. Big breath in. Breath out. When you're ready, pick it back through center, breath in. And as you exhale, fingertips come to the mat, step it back, and take your vinyasa. Up dog, and meeting in downward facing dog. In the knees, look forward, big step, top of the mat, fold, halfway lift. Fingertips come to the mat, picking up our right foot this time, stepping it back to the back of the mat. We've got a high lunge. Pause in to get our balance. Press down to the big toe mound, high on the ball. The right foot here. When you're ready, rise, reach. Out in that alignment, knees stacked right on top of the ankle. Reaching energetically with those fingertips to relax the shoulders down. Breath in. Breath out. Next, inhale, reach, reach, reach. And as you exhale, right fingertips come forward, left fingertips go back, or twist. Inhale. Exhale. Back through center. And fingertips to the mat. And take the vinyasa, step it back, plank. Maybe a chaturanga, maybe not. Up dog or baby cobra. Downward facing dog is where we all meet. Shake that yes. Shake that no. Maybe pedal out the feet. One round of breath here. Keep it going when you're ready. Back toes, lift up high. Inhale. Inhale, bend the knee. Step it through. We're gonna spin. Left heel back. Swim those arms open. We've got a warrior two. This happens to me every time. I'm facing the opposite way and I can't see anybody. Bend into that front knee, reaching energetically with those fingertips. Broaden through the hips, broaden through the collarbone. Press through pinky toe edge of that back foot. Big toe mound of that front foot. Gaze is directly out over those fingertips. Sink into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Next breath in, flip the palm. Reaches up and back. Peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, reach it forward, forward and down. Start to straighten that front leg. You've got a triangle pose here. So you've got options. You can bring the fingertips to the shin. Inside that foot, if that's your jam. If you've got a block, pillow, books at home, you can rest the palm there. Sending those hips forward. Energetically reach to the fingertips. Maybe the gaze is up at thumb. Maybe the gaze is down at the mat, whatever. My glasses are fogging up. Whatever's your jam. One breath in wherever you are. Draw the belly in toward the navel. Start to bend into that front knee. Picking us back up. Landing back in that warrior two. Flip the palm. Reaches up and back. And as you exhale, swim those arms down. Fingertips come to the mat. Step it back. And take the vinyasa. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. When you get there, round a breath to reset. When you're ready, left toes come high. Bend the knee into the chest, step it through. Back heel spins flat, swim those arms open. I am on the same side, but it's only so that I can see you guys. Sink into that front knee, press into the big toe mound of the front foot, pinky toe edge of the back foot. Reach energetically, broaden through the collarbone. Gaze is directly out over those fingertips. Breathe. When you're ready, flip the palm. Reaches up and back, peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, start to reach forward and down. Straighten that front leg. We've got a triangle pose. Gaze is at the thumb or maybe down at the big toe. Whatever feels good on the neck. Breath in wherever you are. Draw the belly in toward the spine, picking us back up, waking our way back into our warrior two. Flip the palm, peaceful warrior. And swim those arms down. We've got a vinyasa. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. When you get there, drop the knees, take a child's pose. Hips go back toward the heels, knees out wide, big toes touching. We've got 3 more breaths here. If you like a little bit of work in this pose, you can reach those fingertips out nice and long. Take a big breath in, press into those palms, and as you exhale, maybe send those hips just a little closer to the heels. Hang tight, one more breath there. And when you're ready, pass through a tabletop. Hips go up and back. Or downward facing dog. Rounded breath when you get there. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, look forward. Tiptoe the feet up to meet the hands. We'll meet at the top of our mat in a forward fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. And palms by our sides, mountain pose. Check it out, take a drink, towel off if you need it. We'll take a minute, the fan. Next time I'll know to bring my water bottle. Step into the top of our mat. We've got our soles of the feet right up underneath the hips. Big breath in here. Breath out. Next breath in, reaches up. And as we exhale, sit the hips down and back. We've got a little chair pose here. In our chair pose, we're going to scoop that pelvis forward, flatten out that spine. Reaching energetically with those fingers. Beautiful. Big breath in. Maybe sit just a little deeper. Breath in. Maybe 1 more inch. Big breath in. And fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. And sit it back down into our chair. As promised, we've got some balance stuff coming right at you. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Next breath in, coming up to standing. We're going to bring the right knee with us. Knee into the chest. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips. Send it back. How about a warrior 3? Yogi's choice. With the fingertips, you can reach it back. You can bring the palms together at heart center. You can reach it forward. Whatever you're in the mood for. Wherever you are, pressing down through that big toe mound that's going to help keep you stable. Or so I say, right? Dropping those hips in line. Big breath in here. Exhale. From here, also to bring the fingertips to the mat, melting the crown of the head toward the ground for, this pose has a name. Standing split. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I drew such a blank. Yes, standing split. Oh my goodness. Drew a complete blank there. All right, standing split. Melting the crown of the head toward the mat, dropping those hips in line. Really good deep hamstring stretch here. You get a gold star. I can't believe I forgot that. 1 more breath in wherever you are. And bend the knee, and we're just going to set that right foot near the left, and fold. I teach from a place of authenticity, and I'm authentically a huge dork, so there's that. Forward fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. All that fun is going to happen on side 2. When you're ready, sit those hips down, chair pose. Big breath in. Maybe sit just an inch deeper. When you're ready, inhale. Left knee comes with us. Hinging at the hips. Fingertips go back. Warrior 3. Yogi's choice with our fingertips here. You can reach them back. Heart center. Reach it forward. Pressing down to that big toe mound. Help keep you stable. One breath in wherever you are. And when you're ready, fingertips come to the mat as you tilt forward, crown of the head reaches the mat for standing split. Dropping those hips in line. Maybe that nose comes a little closer to the knee. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, bend that knee. Left foot sits nice and neat, right near the right. Fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, reach. Last bit of balance here. Sit the hips down, chair pose. Big breath in here. Breath out. If it's available for you, maybe start to lift the heels, tiptoe chair. Maybe the palms come to heart center if that's helpful. Breath in. Breath out. From here, taking it a little deeper, how about we sweep those fingertips back just like we did in that warrior 3. How about a diver's pose? Breath in. Breath out. We've got 3 rounds of dynamic movement from here, if I can keep my heels lifted. We're going to inhale, tiptoe chair. Exhale, divers. 2 more. Inhale, tiptoe chair. Nice and easy. Exhale, divers. One last go here. Tiptoe chair. Divers pose. Heels come down and fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last vinyasa, step it back. Your version. We'll all meet in a down dog. Shake this. Mother, no. And we're going to drop those knees. Sit those hips to one side. Legs come out long, and we have officially reached the cool down portion of the class. Sitting up nice and tall, ground down to those sits bones. One last little bit of core because why not? We got 1 round of boat pose. To close this out, last practice of the year for me anyway. So you've got options. Tips of the toes can stay at the mat. You can take 90 degrees if you'd like, or you can take that fullest expression, whatever you're in the mood for. Whew. All right, set it up. When you get there, we've got 5 breaths. I'm right there with you, keeping that chest nice and tall, ground it down through those sits bones, sending energy out through those fingertips, tips of the toes. Almost there, almost there. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath in, and release. Shake it out, side to side. Pew. All right, once more, send it up nice and tall in those sits bones. Take a strong flex in those ankles. Shoulders right on top of the hips when you're ready. Breathe in, reach up. As you exhale, you can reach for the big toes, the soles of the feet, the ankles, or just let those fingertips rest wherever they may. We've got a seated forward fold. One more breath in, breath out. When you're ready, slowly release. Inhale, reach up once more. And as you exhale, take a gentle twist to the right, resting those right fingertips back behind us. Maybe gaze over that back shoulder if that feels okay on the neck. Sitting up nice and tall. Big breath in here as if you're breathing directly between each vertebrae, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe sink just a bit deeper into that twist. One more breath in here. And that exhale brings us back through center. Inhale, reaches up. We're going to take that to the left. Gentle twist here. Left fingertips rest back behind us. Maybe you start to gaze over that back shoulder. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Stretching out that spine. As you exhale, maybe a little deeper. Big breath in. And exhale, center. We'll start to make our way onto our backs. Soles of the feet come to the mat. Maybe you windshield wiper those knees, left and right, right and left. Next time through center, pause. We'll make our way back to that figure four like we did at the beginning of class. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. Reaching behind the back of the thigh, or maybe in front of the shin. Or if you'd still like to take that resting version of that pose, that's okay too. We've got 3 breaths here. When you're ready, slowly release, unwind. We're going to switch sides. Left ankle, right knee. Reaching for the back of the thigh, shin, whatever you're in the mood for. Two more breaths. Slowly release. Soles of the feet come back to the mat. This time, we're going to cross that right knee over the left knee. Drop both knees to the left. Reclined twist. Cactus that right arm if that feels good. Gazing at the right fingertips if that feels good. A couple breaths here. Next, inhale brings us back through center. Unwind. And we'll switch sides. Left knee crosses over the right. Both knees drop to the right. If it's available for you, cactus the left arm. If it feels good, gaze at the left fingertips. One more breath in. Breath out. Back to center for the inhale. Unwind. Drop both knees into the chest, reach in between. We've got one full happy baby. Reaching for the outer edges of both feet. Both soles of the feet stretch toward the ceiling as we relax those knees down, flatten out that spine. 3 breaths here. Slowly release. And whatever last pose, whatever last movement you'd like to take, a couple of breaths there. When you're ready, we'll draw the knees into the chest, lift up the forehead for one last great big squeeze, and we'll release into Shavasana. Rest, rest, rest. Take a moment to thank yourself for your practice this evening. Thank yourself for your effort. Thank your body for its areas that allow you to explore deeper into the practice, and thank your body for honoring any limitations. And lastly, give thanks for being kind and gentle and patient with yourself this evening. I invite you to treat your Shavasana like a gift to yourself. Just these next few moments, you only need to be here. You only need to be now. Breathing in and breathing out. To my folks at home, thanks so much for practicing with me this evening. I'll see you all next year. To my folks here in class,